Good morning to all. This is Bhargavi, Biological Science CRT in KGB Vidyalaya Machumpeta, Guntur district. I am teaching you Biological Science subject in this class. I think we can start now. You know the children, class 10 biology is very interesting aspect because you are learning about your own body. Here everybody, so the very interesting chapter, we are going to deal with very fundamental chapter, that is nutrition, the food supplying system. Food is prepared at home, right? That have you ever thought how plants make their food? Let us study about more detail in this class. Okay. All animals need food to get energy and for overall growth. Even humans cannot survive without food. We need energy to do activities such as breathing, walking, working, running, etc. The source of energy for this activity comes from food we eat. Food is needed by all living organisms mainly for growth and repair. Several organisms need food to maintain their body temperatures as well. And the mode of nutrition varies from cell to cell and organism to organism. Like a large variety of substances are taken as food from a single cellular organism like amoeba to a complex multicellular organisms like human. Even within the humans, the cells require a wide variety of substance as food. In children's, you have studied in your previous classes about how different organisms get their food. Let us discuss, now let us recall it. Okay. First of all, we are going to discuss about the topic is nutrition. What is nutrition? Intake of nutrients is known as nutrition. What are nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, these are the nutrients. Okay. In the mode of nutrition divided into mainly two types. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition and another one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And first we are going to autotrophic mode of nutrition. The word autotrophic made up of two words. One is auto means self and trophic means feed or nutrition. So the word autotrophic means the organisms synthesized their own food materials because they have chlorophyll pigment, so they prepare their own food materials. Okay. These are the organisms which can prepare their own food materials from inorganic materials like carbon dioxide and water using sunlight as the source of energy. Okay. Plants and certain bacteria are the examples of autotrophic mode of nutrition. And now we are going to next topic, heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In the same way, the word heterotrophic made up of two words. Hetero means another, trophic means nutrition or feed. So the word heterotrophic means depending on other for nutrition. Heterotrophs are the organisms which cannot prepare their own food material because they have no chlorophyll, so they cannot synthesize their own food materials and they depend on the other organisms for their food. Okay na? And animals, human beings, fungi are the examples of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Let us study about the mode of nutrition and find out why most plants are called autotrophs. See the picture? And this one is autotrophic mode of nutrition and this is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In autotrophic mode of nutrition, plants synthesize their own food materials. And another heterotrophic mode of nutrition, animals, they depend on food from plants. Okay. This is the difference between autotrophic mode and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, now we are going to another topic, that is autotrophic mode of nutrition. We know autotrophs are the organisms capable of using light energy to synthesize chemical compounds. Okay, they acquire nutrients like some minerals and water from the soil and the gases like oxygen from the air. See this, water and gases. These are the acquired materials. Okay, they are capable of producing complex compounds. What are complex compounds? Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids. These are the complex compounds from this very simple substance. You know that most of the things that we eat are obtained from plant. Most of the things that we eat obtained from plants. Even if we depend on animal products, we find that those animals depend on plants for their food. Okay, so we know that among the all life processes, the process of photosynthesis make plants the universal food providers, also called as producers for all living organisms. What are called? Universal food providers. Okay, now let us study about the process of photosynthesis in detail to know. See this picture. What can we observe? We know that plants they are totally autotrophs. They can produce their own food materials, but also they require some raw materials for preparing their own food materials. What are those? See this picture. Light, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. Light, carbon dioxide and water, chlorophyll. These are the raw materials, and plants use these raw materials to synthesize their own food materials, and they release some food molecules like glucose and starch, and also glucose or starch and oxygen. Okay, oxygen and glucose, these are the end products of the photosynthesis. Now I have one definition for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process which green plants contain chlorophyll, produced food substance like glucose and starch from carbon dioxide and water by using sunlight source of energy. This is the definition of photosynthesis. Once I will explain you. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants contain green color pigment like chlorophyll, produced food substance like glucose and starch from carbon dioxide and water by using light as the source of energy. Okay, the process of photosynthesis is very complex because several intermediates and several steps are involved in the process of photosynthesis. The plants released oxygen. See this, the plants released oxygen into the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Okay. Before that, scientists have tried to formulate a simple equation for photosynthesis over past 200 years. That is one of the most famous scientists. He is C.V. von Neil. C.V. von Neil in the year 1931 formulated and proposed an equation for photosynthesis, that is carbon dioxide and water gives H2O plus water and oxygen. His opinion was one molecule of carbohydrate formed one molecule of water and one molecule of oxygen is produced. Okay, one molecule of carbohydrate formed, one molecule of oxygen and one molecule of water is released. C.V. von Neil first worked in purple sulfur bacteria, and he find that light plays a specific role in photosynthesis. Instead of H2O, they use H2S as a starting materials. Okay, bacteria are used only H2S, sulfur, starting material. Here no oxygen is released during photosynthesis in this process, and sulfur, essential sulfur, is evolved in the process of photosynthesis. Later, Robert Hill, a scientist, was showed oxygen is released from water. Then the equation was modified into follows. See these equations: carbon dioxide and water, light, chlorophyll gives to glucose and starch. Okay, these are the raw materials. These are the essential factors. It is also called as essential factors also. Okay, what are that? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives to glucose and oxygen. And the symbol of equations 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives to C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Okay, see these equations. I am asking one question. What are the raw materials of photosynthesis process? What are the raw materials? Carbon dioxide, water, light and chlorophyll. These are the raw materials. These are the essential factors of photosynthesis. And also one more question. What are the end products of the photosynthesis? Glucose and oxygen is the end products of photosynthesis. After that, animals are not capable of synthesizing carbohydrate by themselves, and they have to depend on plants for the same. Next, before that, I have one doubt. What is that? Plants are preparing food materials or not? Okay, for this we need to one activity. Okay, let us do the activity. Let us, the activity is presence of starch in leaves. See the picture. This is the whole experimental steps, and this diagrams belongs to starch's presence in the leaves. If we conduct this activity, we need some materials. What are those? That is beaker, tripod stand, Bunsen burner, and test tube, petri dish, iodine solutions and methylated spirit. In this activity, if we use two chemicals, one is methylated spirit and another one is iodine solutions. Okay. Now we are going to procedures. I will explain you step by step. First, take a potted plant. First, if we take a and if we select a potted plant, and next also select a leaf. The leaf has soft and thin leaves. The leaf soft and thin leaves. And next take a beaker. Take a test tube. The test tube, take a test tube and filled with methylated spirit and transfer the leaf to the test tube. And the test tube contain, what is that? The test tube contain which chemical? Methylated spirit. Okay, first take a test tube filled with methylated spirit and transfer the leaf in the test tube. The test tube contain methylated spirit. And next one, place the test tube again in the beaker. Place the test tube again in the beaker. The beaker contains water. Okay, the beaker contains water. And next one, boil the leaf in the methylated spirit over a water bath. Boil the leaf in methylated spirit over a water bath till it becomes pale white due to the removal of chlorophyll. Now I am asking one more questions. What is that? Why we need to remove chlorophyll? Why we need to remove chlorophyll? Try to answer by yourself. In the presence of green color is not possible to identify the starch, so we remove the chlorophyll. Okay. And next take a petri dish. And spread the leaf and add few drops of tincture iodine solution or betadine solutions. When iodine solution is not available, if we use betadine solutions, so that what happened? The leaf turns into bluish black color when the leaf contains starch. The leaf turns into bluish black color, so the leaf contains starch. However, some precaution should be taken while doing this activity. What is that? Do not boil the methylated spirit test tube directly on the flame. Why? Because the test tube will be burnt. So do not boil the methylated spirit test tube directly on the flame. And next, boil the water bath with slow flame. Okay, this is the confirmation test for starch. Once I will explain you. First, take a potted plant and select a leaf. The leaf has soft and thin. And take a test tube filled with methylated spirit. Put it in leaf, and the test tube again with beaker. Beaker contains water and test tube contains methylated spirit, and boil the leaf with methylated spirit over water bath till it becomes due to peel white. And next, take a petri dish and spread the leaf and add few drops of tincture iodine solution. The leaf turns into bluish black, so the leaf contains starch. This is the end of the experiment. Now we are going to some important questions, that is diagram based questions, very important questions. We will discuss one by one. First one, what is being tested in this experiment, or what is the aim of the experiment? What is the aim of the experiment? The aim of the experiment is presence of starch in leaves. This is very important aspect. This is very important question. And next, what are the materials required for this experiment? What are the materials? See this picture: beaker, test tube, water, methylated spirit, leaf, tripod stand, Bunsen burner. These are the materials we are required to do this activity. And next, what changes does take place in the leaf after boiling? What changes does take place in the leaf boiling? అంటే ఏంటంటే లీఫ్ ని మనం మిథైలేటెడ్ స్పిరిట్ లో వేడి చేసినప్పుడు ఎలాంటి మార్పులు మీరు గమనించారు అని. The leaf lost the chlorophyll ని లాస్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. And turns pale yellow color. The green color turns into pale yellow color. So we use methylated spirit. Okay. What is the chemical used for testing the presence of starch? Yes, we know that is iodine solutions, and otherwise betadine solution. Okay. And next, how do you interpret the result at the end of the experiment? When the leaf is boiled to lose the chlorophyll and turns into pale yellow. We know that. When iodine drops are added, it turns into the bluish black color. When iodine solution, you can add iodine solution, the leaf turns into bluish black color. Then the starch turns bluish black color when iodine is added. So the presence of the starch in the leaf is proved with the experiment. Okay. And next, we are going to now let us learn about the factors essential for the process of photosynthesis. Factors. What are the factors? factors essential for the photosynthesis. Now I am asking one more questions. What is that? What are the see this picture and answer the questions. What are the raw materials or essential factors required for photosynthesis? What are the raw materials? Raw materials: sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. These are the raw materials. These are the raw materials of raw materials of photosynthesis. And next one, what are the end products of the photosynthesis? What are the end products? C6H12O6 like glucose and oxygen. These are the end products of the photosynthesis. Okay. Now let us learn about each of them in detail. That is what we learned first. Water and photosynthesis. This is also called Vaughan's Helmont experiment. Children, if you you are studying about in your previous classes like class 7. In class 7 we are already studied how Van Helmont found that water was essential. Water was essential for the increase of plant mass. Okay. In the year 1648, a Belgian scientist, John Baptiste van Helmont, conducted an experiment continuously 5 years. He conducted an experiment continuously 5 years. Okay. Now, I will explain one by one. First of all, Van Helmont took a willow plant. He took a willow plant and also pot of the soil, and also he took a pot of the soil. After that, he did carefully measured. After that, he did carefully measured the mass of the soil and the mass of the plant body. Okay, he carefully measured what is that? Mass of the soil and mass of the plant body, and planted it a large pot of the soil, and next he covered a lid, so that could not fall on the surface of the soil. అంటే ఏమి పడకుండా lid తో కవర్ చేశారు. The lid contains small holes. And so that air and water could reach the roots, and he giving only rainwater. This is the he follows the fundamental steps. Okay, first take a willow plant and take a potted plant, and he measured the mass of the soil and also measured the plant body. And covered the potted plant covered the lid. The lid contains holes, and also he giving it only rainwater for drinking. After that, at the end of the 5 years, he measured the mass of the plant body and the mass of the dry soil for second time. After that, complete the 5 years. అయిపోయిన తర్వాత he measured the once he measured the plant body and plant body and soil for the second time. After that 5 years, he concluded that plant growth cannot only be due to the minerals from the soil. Do not be due to the minerals from the soil. He thought that growth of the plant do not come from the soil only. The plant grow because of the water it's get. Okay, this is the Van Helmont experiment. Now we are going to another activity, air and photosynthesis. One of the most famous scientists conduct this activity, that is air and photosynthesis activity. Joseph Priestley discovered oxygen in 17 74. And the name of oxygen gas is given by Lavoisier in the year 1775. Oxygen is named by Lavoisier and it is discovered by Joseph Priestley. So, in the series of experiment, we'll discuss one. These experiment the milestones in the photosynthesis process. Okay. In this experiment, we have some materials are required. That is bell jar, candle, mouse or rat and a potted plant. See this. First of all, Joseph Priestley took a bell jar. He took a bell jar on a table and insert one lighting candle in the bell jar. Insert one lighting candle in the bell jar. What happened? We know that the lighting candle will glow off when, because the burning candle can be used all the gases from the bell jar, so that the lighting candle will be off. And the bell jar, when that damaged the air. Okay, once we know that the lighting candle will be glow off because the burning candle use the all gases from the bell jar, then the damaged the air. Okay, now in the second case again, he again took one bell jar and he kept from mouse, and next again he took a bell jar and kept from mouse. After that, a few minutes, same thing happened. What amma? Same thing happened. Rat used all the gas which is available in the bell jar. So mouse would soon suffocated. In the next set, he placed one mint plant and rat and also one lighting candle. And the third set, one is mint plant and one is mouse and another one is lighting candle in the bell jar. Here the mouse did not suffocated and lived, and the candle kept on burning. Okay, the mouse did not suffocated and also the lighting candle kept on burning. Based on the set of the experiment, Priestley concluded that what is that? Animal which breathe air or burning candle damage the air in some ways. Okay, then green plant restore the air. Whatever the burning candle or breathing animal remove. Okay, this is the conclusion of the experiment, Joseph Priestley's experiment. Now we are going to some important questions, diagram based question and experimental based questions. First one, how conducted this experiment for the first time? How conducted? Joseph Priestley conducted this experiment for first time. Okay, what happened to the burning candle and mouse in a closed bell jar? What happened? Burning candle and mouse closed bell jar lo em jarigindi? The mouse suffocated and the candle extinguished soon in the closed bell jar. కొంచెం సేపటికి లైట్ క్యాండిల్ ఆఫ్ అయిపోయింది and at the same time the mouse is suffocated. Okay, and next third one, what was the observations when a candle, mouse and a mint plant were inside the closed bell jar? When a mint plant is introduced into the bell jar, the mouse stayed alive and the lighting candle burning continuously. Okay, and fourth one, what can be concluded from the above experiment? From the above experiment, it is concluded that the plant restore the air what breathing animals and burning candle remove. చూడండి ఇక్కడ యానిమల్స్ రిలీజ్ చేసేటువంటి గ్యాస్ని ప్లాంట్స్ తీసుకొని ప్లాంట్స్ ఆక్సిజన్ని రిలీజ్ చేయటం వలన అక్కడ ఉండే క్యాండిల్ వెలుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది, అలానే ఆ మౌస్ కూడా బ్రతికి ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ద conclusion of the experiment. And next we are going to another activity. Science is what amma? Simply doing experiment. We should not believe anything without proof and without experiment. Okay, similarly here we need to do experiment, and what is that? Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis activity. We will do this activity. We needed a discharged plant. We needed one discharged plant. Why we needed to discharged plant for this experiment? Yes, because already leaves contain starch, so we did not get the clear result. So that's why before doing this activity we need to keep them a plant in a dark room for 2 to 3 days or 1 week, because removal of starch from the leaves. This is the experimental material. We need some materials are required. Those are potted plant and transparent bottle, potassium hydroxide solutions and iodine solutions. The articles needed are conical flask, potassium hydroxide solution, discharged plant and iodine solution. First one, take a potted plant which has soft and thin leaves. First one, take a potted plant and which has soft and thin and long leaves, and keep the plant in a dark room for 2 to 3 days. All the starch present in the leaf is consumed. Removal of starch. And next, take a transparent bottle and pour some potassium hydroxide solution. Why we can KOH solution use in this experiment? KOH solutions absorb carbon dioxide in the bottle, so we can use KOH solutions. Okay, take one beaker and pour some potassium hydroxide solutions. Okay, and we need one splitted cork also. We need one splitted cork also, and we need to fix it in a glass jar. We need to fix it in a, see this, we need one splitted cork and we need to fix it in a glass jar. Then slowly invert the half of the leaf into the glass jar. Then slowly insert the half of the leaf into the glass jar. See this. And seal the wax with and seal the cork with wax, because stop the entry of the carbon dioxide and other gases, etc. Now kept the operators in the sunlight. Kept the operators in the sunlight. Some precaution should be taken while doing this experiment. The part of the leaf inside the bottle should not touch the KOH solutions. After few hours, what will happen? Take one petri dish and spread the leaf and add few drops of tincture iodine solutions. How to test for the starch? Amma? Yes, iodine solution is the if we use the test for starch, and add few drops of iodine solutions, and then if we observe clearly, the leaf was turns into half of the leaf was turned into bluish black color. See this bluish black color. Which part of the leaf will turns into bluish black color? The leaf which is outside of the transparent bottle. Because it have carbon dioxide, so they can prepare starch. The part of the leaf inside the bottle does not turns into bluish black color, because The carbon dioxide is not available because KOH solutions absorb the carbon dioxide in the glass jar. So the leaf does not turns into bluish black color, so they cannot prepare starch materials also. Okay, this is the end of the experiment. Conclusion of the experiment. Now we are going to discuss another important topic, light and photosynthesis. In 1779, a Dutch scientist, John Ingenhousz, proved by an experiment that is bright sunlight gas bubbles were found around the hydrilla plant and it was oxygen. And another scientist, Engelmann, in the earliest 20th century observed the point of maximum rate of photosynthesis with red and blue rays of the light. Now we are going to another activity. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis in presence of light. This is also called hydrilla funnel experiment. Okay. During photosynthesis process, green plants utilized energy, carbon dioxide from atmosphere, water and minerals from the soil to prepare their food, and it turns evolve oxygen. Once again, discuss the experiment of Ingenhousz. First, we do this activity. Some materials are required. What is that? And beaker, test tube, hydrilla wings and water. These materials are required. The articles needed for the experiment are beaker full of water and funnel and hydrilla plant wings, test tube, glowing splinter or matchstick also. First of all, First we can prepare two identical sets for this activity. Two identical sets. One is kept in dark room and another one is kept in sunlight. Okay. And first take a beaker. First he take a beaker and filled 3/4 of it with water. And filled 3/4 of it water. And second one, take some hydrilla wings. Take some hydrilla wings and insert from in the glass funnel. Kept the funnel invertible position. At the bottom of the beaker. Now take a test tube and filled with water. And next take a test tube and filled with water and insert over the stem of the funnel. After that, whole arrangements is kept on a sunlight for some times. Expose the apparatus to sunlight for 2 to 3 hours. After that, air bubbles moving from the hydrilla wings. After some times, we find that gas collected at the top of the test tube. And test the gas. And next, test the gas. After some times, we find that gas get collected at the top of the test tube. Test tube is removed, and next test tube is removed from the stem, and the mouth is closed with the thumb. Now glowing matchstick enter into the test tube by removing the thumb. The glowing matchstick burned into a flame. What happened? The glowing matchstick burns into a flame. See this, to test the gas, a glowing splinter in brought near the mouth of the test tube, it burns into flame. Adi prakasavantamga mandutu untundi. So that the gas is oxygen. The glowing matchstick is burned into a flame so that the gas is oxygen. This is the oxygen released in photosynthesis, during photosynthesis activity. Okay. See this. Oxygen is produced of the photosynthesis process. Okay. And next we are going to another activity, that is light is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, let us learning this activity. So start with the first thing. We will observe the materials required. What are those? Let us thought that the experiment which can be performed to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. This is the experimental set. Some materials, what are the potted plant and black pepper and iodine solutions. Okay, now take a distorted plant. With a broad leaves also. We have already learned in your previous experiments what is that leaves contain starch, so we did not get result, so that the remove of the starch from the leaves. Okay, select any one broad leaf from the plant and select one broad leaf from the plant and cover the leaf with designed black pepper. On both sides of the leaf. Now kept the plant in sunlight for 3 to 4 hours. Next, take a petri dish and spread the leaf and add over the few drops of iodine solutions. After that, what will happen? Then the covered portion of the leaf. See this. This is covered portion of the leaf gives bluish black color when tested with iodine. See this. This is covered portion and this is this one is uncovered portions. First of all, these uncovered portions, the leaf gives bluish black color when tested with iodine solutions. Okay, and the covered portion of the leaf, this is covered portion of the leaf did not receive any color changes because they have no sunlight. So starch was not produced in the portions. So it does not change its color when tested with iodine solutions. Children, see this. Here the part of the leaf which were not covered turns bluish black color. Uncovered portions మాత్రం bluish black color లోకి చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది. కవర్డ్ బ్లాక్ పేపర్ తో మనం కవర్ చేసిన పోర్షన్ మాత్రం ఏమైందంటే గ్రీన్ కలర్ లోనే ఉండిపోయింది. బికాస్ దే హ్యావ్ no light, so they cannot turns into bluish black color. Okay, the other portions which was covered with the black pepper stripe does not turns bluish black, indicating that starch was not made in the portion. Okay, this thus it can be concluded that the sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. Because the portion of the leaf was covered and not exposed to the sunlight, hence it could not make starch, thus proving that sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. A simple experiment can be done to prove that sunlight is essential for making starch through the process of photosynthesis. This is the final experiment. In this class, now we are going to learn about some important questions. First one, what is nutrition? Intake of nutrients is known as nutrition. పోషకాలను తీసుకోవటాన్ని పోషణ అని అంటారు. Define photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants contain green color pigment called chlorophyll. ఆకుపచ్చని మొక్కలలో ఉండేటువంటి వర్ణద్రవ్యాన్ని క్లోరోఫిల్ అని అంటాం. Which build up complex organic molecules from relevantly simply organic ones using light as the source of energy. This is the definition of photosynthesis. Very, very important question. And next, third one, we are going to third questions. For testing starch in the leaf, instead of iodine, we cannot use అయోడిన్ సొల్యూషన్ మనకు అందుబాటులో లేకపోతే అయోడిన్ సొల్యూషన్ కాకుండా వేరే ఏ కారకాన్ని మనం స్టార్చ్ టెస్ట్ కోసం ఉపయోగిస్తాము. వి నో దట్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? బెటాడిన్ సొల్యూషన్. పొటాషియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ సొల్యూషన్ అబ్జర్బ్స్. పొటాషియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ సొల్యూషన్ దేనిని అబ్జర్బ్ చేస్తుంది? దేన్ని? కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ గ్యాస్ని అబ్జర్బ్ చేస్తుంది. KOH సొల్యూషన్ అబ్జర్బ్స్ కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్, write the difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs are organisms which prepare their own food materials are called autotrophs. And another one, heterotrophs, organisms which depends on other organisms to get their food materials are called heterotrophs. Example, animals. And next, what are the end products of the photosynthesis? We know that. What are the end products? C6H12O6, oxygen and water. These are the end products of the photosynthesis. Now we are going to another questions, diagram based questions with answer for it. Very important questions. What is being tested in this experiment, and also what are the aim of the experiment? To test the presence of starch in leaves. This is the aim of the experiment. What materials are required in this experiment? Beaker, test tube, methylated spirit, iodine solutions, leaf, tripod stand, Bunsen burner. These are the materials we require to do these activities. And next one, what changes does take place in the leaf after boiling? ఆఫ్టర్ బాయిలింగ్, మిథైలేటెడ్ స్పిరిట్లో లీఫ్ని మనం బాయిల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎలాంటి మార్పులు గమనిస్తాము? టు రిమూవ్ ద క్లోరోఫిల్ వెన్ ద లీవ్స్ టర్న్స్ ఇంటూ ఎల్లోయిష్ కలర్. క్లోరోఫిల్ అంతా రిమూవ్ అయిపోవటం వలన గ్రీన్ కలర్లో ఉండే లీఫ్ ఎలా మారుతుంది అంటే ఎల్లో కలర్లోకి మారిపోతుంది అనమాట. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఫోర్త్ వన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద కెమికల్ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ టెస్టింగ్ ద ప్రెజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టార్చ్? విచ్ కెమికల్? అయోడిన్ సొల్యూషన్. నెక్స్ట్, how do you interpret the result all the end of the experiment? ఈ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీరు ఎలాంటి ఫలితాలని పొందుతారు? when the leaf is boiled, a loss of the chemical chlorophyll. లీఫ్ని మనం బాయిల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? క్లోరోఫిల్ అనేది రిమూవ్ అయిపోతుంది. and turns into pale yellow కలర్లోకి మారిపోతుంది. when iodine drops are added, it turns into bluish black color. ఆ లీఫ్ మీద మనం అయోడిన్ డ్రాప్స్ని కనుక వేసినట్లయితే ఆ లీఫ్ ఏ కలర్లోకి మారుతుందంటే బ్లూయిష్ బ్లాక్ కలర్లోకి మారుతుంది. then the starch turns into bluish black while iodine is added. So the presence of starch in the leaf is proved with this experiment. స్టార్చ్తో టెస్ట్ చేసినట్లయితే మనకు లీఫ్ బ్లూయిష్ బ్లాక్ కలర్లోకి మారితే కనుక లీఫ్ కంటే స్టార్చ్ అని మనకు అర్థమైపోతుంది. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్, can you think of some raw materials needed for photosynthesis? Can you think of some raw materials? What are raw materials and also called essential factors? What are those? Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll. These are the raw materials. See, this photosynthesis need the following raw materials: sunlight, carbon dioxide, water are external factors. These are external factors. అంటే ఇవి మొక్కకి బయట నుంచి అందుతున్నాయి కాబట్టి వీటిని these are also called external factors. and chlorophyll is the internal factor because chlorophyll అనేది ప్లాంట్ బాడీలో గ్రీన్ కలర్లో ఉండే పిగ్మెంట్ కాబట్టి దానిని ఇంటర్నల్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ అని అంటాం అనమాట. అండ్ సెకండ్ వన్, what could be the end products of the process of photosynthesis? End products of the process of photosynthesis. See these equations: 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఈక్వేషన్కి ఏవైతే యువతల వైపున కనిపిస్తున్నాయో వాటిని ఎండ్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ అంటాము. ఏంటి ఈక్వేషన్కి ఇటు సైడ్ ఏం కనిపిస్తున్నాయి? C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. These are the end products of the photosynthesis. Now 4 marks questions. Answer the following questions by observing the diagram showing the experiment. See this diagram. What will you prove by this experiment? What is the aim of the experiment? By this experiment we will going to prove oxygen is released during photosynthesis. ఈ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ మనం దేనికోసం అయితే చేస్తున్నామో అదే ఆ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ యొక్క ఎయిమ్ అవుతుందన్నమాట. ఆక్సిజన్ ఈజ్ రిలీజ్డ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఫోటోసింథసిస్. ఆక్సిజన్ అనేది రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది అని మనం నిరూపించడం కోసం ఈ హైడ్రిల్లా ఫర్నెల్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేస్తాం అన్నమాట. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఆపరేటర్స్ డూ యూ యూజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్? వాట్ ఆపరేటర్స్ డూ యూ యూజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్? బీకర్, టెస్ట్ ట్యూబ్, hydrilla twins, water and glass funnel. Okay, these are the materials are required. And next, for third one, what would be the result of the experiment is done in shadow? చీకటిలో కనుక దీన్ని మనం సన్లైట్లో ఉంచి కాకుండా షాడోలో నీడలో ఉంచి కనుక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసినట్లయితే మనకి ఎలాంటి రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది? ఇఫ్ వీ కండక్ట్ దిస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఇన్ షాడో, నో చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ద వాటర్ లెవెల్. నో చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ద వాటర్ లెవెల్. ఎలాంటి వాటర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ ద టెస్ట్ ట్యూబ్. టెస్ట్ ట్యూబ్ లోపల మనకి ఎలాంటి వాటర్ లెవెల్ అనేది ఉండదు. నో ఫోటోసింథసిస్ అక్కర్స్. నో ఎయిర్ బబుల్స్ ఆర్ ఫార్మ్డ్. ఎలాంటి ఫోటోసింథసిస్ ప్రాసెస్ జరగకపోవటం వలన హైడ్రిల్లా ట్విన్స్ నుంచి నో ఎయిర్ బబుల్స్ ఆర్ ఫార్మ్డ్. ఎయిర్ బబుల్స్ అనేవి ఏర్పడవు. సో ద వాటర్ లెవెల్, no changes in the water level of the test tube. And next, fourth one, what will you do to obtain result for the experiment? Obtained result from the experiment. Experiment, if the burning splinter or matchstick is kept near the mouth of the test tube, burns brightly. వెలుగుతున్నటువంటి మ్యాచ్ స్టిక్ని కనుక టెస్ట్ ట్యూబ్ దగ్గర మనం తెచ్చినట్లయితే అది ఇంకా ప్రకాశవంతంగా మండుతూ ఉంటుంది. This is the result of the experiment. And next, see this picture. What is this? Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis experiment. What will you prove by this experiment? What will you prove by this experiment? దేనికోసం చేస్తున్నాము? What is the aim of the experiment? What is the aim of the experiment? Carbon dioxide is necessary for the photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is necessary for the photosynthesis experiment. What operators do you use in this experiment? What operators? Potted plant and a transparent bottle, petri dish, iodine solutions. These are the materials. And next, why do we use KOH solutions in this experiment? KOH is used for this experiment. Absorbs of carbon dioxide in the bottle. Absorbs of carbon dioxide in the bottle. Bottle లో ఉండేటువంటి కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ గ్యాస్ని KOH సొల్యూషన్ అనేది పీల్చి వేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి మనం KOH సొల్యూషన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం. లైట్ అయ్యా. వై డిడ్ యూ స్టడీ 2 లీవ్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్? రెండు, మనం ఈ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేయడానికి బాటిల్లో పెట్టినటువంటి లీఫ్ కాకుండా అనదర్ లీఫ్ని కూడా మనం టెస్ట్ చేసి చూడవచ్చు అనమాట. ఏం గమనిస్తారు అని. వీ షుడ్ టెస్ట్ 2 లీవ్స్ ఆఫ్ విచ్ వన్ మస్ట్ బి హ్యావింగ్ ద availability of carbon dioxide and other must not be having the availability of carbon dioxide to prove that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. Once again I will explain why did we study 2 leaves in the experiment. 2 leaves in the experiment. మనం మామూలుగా బాటిల్లో ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద లీఫ్ని ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం బాటిల్ లోపల. దీన్ని మనం టెస్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద బాటిల్, ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద బాటిల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి లీఫ్లో చేంజెస్ వస్తుంది. అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద బాటిల్కి ఏమవుతుంది? కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ అనేది లభిస్తుంది. కాబట్టి దే సింథసైజ్డ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్. సో test with iodine, they turn into bluish black color. And another one is inside of the bottle, they cannot available for carbon dioxide, so they cannot synthesize their own food material. So test with iodine, no changes occurs. It is green in color. And next, what are the complex molecules produced by the plants from simple inorganic substance? Carbohydrates, proteins and lipids are produced from simple inorganic substance like water and carbon dioxide. Water, carbon dioxide and sunlight and chlorophyll. వీటి సహాయంతో ఇవి సింపుల్ ఇనార్గానిక్ సబ్స్టెన్స్ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ని, లిపిడ్స్ని ప్రోటీన్స్ని తయారు చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. ఫోటోసింథసిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ద్వారా ప్లాంట్స్ ఇలా తయారు చేస్తాయి. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎసెన్షియల్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ ఫోటోసింథసిస్? వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎసెన్షియల్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్? కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ అండ్ క్లోరోఫిల్, వాటర్, carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. These are the essential factors required for photosynthesis. What is the equation for photosynthesis proposed by C.B. Wannill in the year 1931? C.B. Wannill proposed one equation, that is CO2 plus 2H2O. The presence of light and chlorophyll gives to CH2 plus H2O plus O2. One molecule of carbohydrate gives one molecule of oxygen and one molecule of water. And next questions, in which forms are carbohydrates stored in plants? Which forms? Carbohydrate plants body లోపల ఏ విధంగా స్టోర్ చేయబడి ఉంటాయి? స్టార్చ్ రూపంలో స్టోర్ చేయబడి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్, what is the reagent that is used to test the presence of starch in leaves? What is the reagent? So we know that. What is the reagent? Iodine reagent. Solutions. How found that water was essential for the increase of plant mass? How? Wan's Helmont experiment we have studied in 7th class. And next one, who performed series of experiments in 1770 to reveal the role of air in growth of the green plants? Joseph Priestley's experiment. Next, what is the role of the potassium hydroxide solutions kept inside the glass bottle in the moles half-leaf experiment? Potassium hydroxide solutions in the glass bottle absorb the carbon dioxide gas. So we use the potassium hydroxide solutions in the bottle. Next, who formed the gas bubbles liberated by hydrilla plant contain the gas oxygen? Indian House proved the experiment, hydrilla funnel experiment, in the year 1779, found that the gas present in the bubbles was oxygen. Okay. Next, which of the following equation is the correct summary of photosynthesis? Which of the following equation? Correct equations. What is that? First, 6CO2 plus 6H2O. In the presence of light, chlorophyll, C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the correct equation of photosynthesis. Okay. And second equation was 12H2O is not correct, and C option was not correct, and D also which of the following equation is the correct summary of photosynthesis? First one is correct. Thank you for this